Welcome. We'll be doing a 10 or 12-minute guided meditation this morning, which is intended to source the wisdom from within of how we can be remembered, included, and to feel whole in these busy lives that we lead. And I'd just like to acknowledge that sometimes it can be easier to create a healing environment and a safe space for our clients. And it can be a little bit more challenging to do that for loved ones and family. And it can be even more challenging to do that for ourselves. And so in relationship-based care, when we're asked to hold the other and to be there, the foundation for that is to feel held oneself. It's one of the hardest things to learn how to do, is to hold oneself gently and to be in one's own heart for oneself and to be in our body and to feel and to remember us. So this is our focus and intention for the group and also for this meditation. And let's also acknowledge that this is no small task. This is a life work. And today is June 7th, 2021. And this is our 73rd monthly group since we've been meeting in 2014. Finding your breath. Just noticing if you're breathing. Coming into your body, and if it feels comfortable to lower your gaze or even close your eyes. See if you can stay present, even as you very gently slow down. Sometimes when we slow down, we drop out. Stay here with you. Making any choices that help you to be present. If it helps you to place a hand on your heart. And as your gaze is lowered, just noticing any tension in your face. There's a real connection with chronic tension and trauma and healthcare providers' experiences, and also what we hold in our face. So giving yourself permission as you sit here and as you breathe, just to release your eyes, your forehead, your mouth and jaw, and your tongue. There's no need to look good. There's no need to look right. There's so much doing and action that we bring to our day. Just going back to the bare presence, just being. Having this be our foundation for the rest of our day. Just being yourself and offering yourself. No need to do it right, make it better. And I'll be guiding us in a very specific experience this morning, which is based on a Hawaiian practice, which is called Ho'oponopono. And this is a practice which is a self-forgiveness practice. So before we start to think about that, or stay present in your breath and in your body. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. Just let down. Deep breath in again. And as you let it out, just let go. One more deep breath. And our intention for this experience is to really kind of make an adjustment in our relationship with ourselves and our relationship with the outside world. Just to see if we can sort of set things right. And the relationship with ourselves that we hope for is one of kindness. And the relationship with the outside world is actually one of trust. That we trust that we are okay. We are enough. And that the world is actually a kind place where our needs will be met. There's so much in our world and in us that it's hard to trust. It's hard to relax. But that is what we are creating from the inside out, is an environment of kindness to self and also a mindset and a way of being that is trusting and that is trustworthy. If you don't have your hand on your heart, just placing a hand there and just feeling the rise and fall of your own breath. Seeing if it's possible to stay present, and sometimes it's not possible. So this recording will be available if you need to revisit. You can also place a second hand on top of the first, just to reinforce that intention, which can be hard to hold and to maintain, which is one of connecting in a kind way with you. So please bring to mind something in you or in your life that you have not been able to heal so far. So invite something to come to you, something that you care about, something that affects you. One thing that you have not been able to heal. You do not have to choose the biggest and most challenging thing, although if that comes up, that's okay. Just letting something bubble to the surface, which is something that is in process. It is a little messy. It is not done. There's a lot of pieces to it. Feelings, maybe viewpoints, attempts to work on it. So much. Something that's important to you that does not feel complete. And as you feel that, gently, we'll proceed with this process, which is called Ho'oponopono. And it has 4 steps to it. So we'll do one step at a time, very simply. Each step is an invitation. Again, you can listen to the recording again later if you need to revisit. And also, if any feelings come up, that's okay. It's okay, and it's safe to feel. It's safe to be where you are. And sometimes we need a little bit of extra room, maybe a breath or two, or maybe a minute or two, or maybe longer, just to give space to anything that comes up. So as you feel this area that is in process, an area that you care about, that is not complete, the first step of Ho'oponopono is to say and to feel, I'm sorry. As you feel the words and can even feel them, can say them quietly to yourself. As you feel that feeling of I'm sorry, be very aware not to take responsibility for anything that is not your part. So sometimes it's hard to tell, but notice if you're saying I'm sorry as though you're responsible for everything, and you are not responsible for everything. You're saying I am sorry for my part. even if you don't know what that part is. Let's take 2 breaths here, feeling this in your body. And you're saying this really to yourself. I'm sorry that I haven't been able to do it. I haven't been able to figure it out. I haven't been able to see how to help. And you could be speaking with yourself or just sharing. And the second part of Ho'oponopono is, please forgive me. So if you're in communication with yourself or other, or an aspect of your life, just asking with humility, with an open heart, please forgive me. Please. Let's take a deep breath here before we move to the next step. Taking a deep breath in. If you have your hands on your chest, feel your chest rise with the breath. Feel your feet. If your feet are not on the floor, uncross your legs and place those feet on the floor as you exhale. And the third step is thank you. Thanking yourself. Thanking yourself for every time you've tried to pay attention, to respond, to care, to do an action, take up mental space. Thank you. Seeing if you can feel the thank you to yourself for all of the effort and the loving care that you have put in. Thank you. This is a moment to acknowledge who you are and yourself, not just to skip over it, not just to keep giving, but to actually acknowledge who you are. You who give so much all day long and transition from task to task, client to client, home to work, with so much to give, so much to offer. Just taking a moment and feeling yourself and acknowledging the one who gives. You. Feeling the hands rise as you take a breath in. Feeling the feet on the floor. And the final step is to share, I love you. And not just expressing that to others and to the animals in our lives. It's so wonderful to practice giving and receiving love with the animals in our lives, because it really teaches us how to give and receive love. But just seeing if you can dip your toe in today to just express that to yourself. Almost like you're cuddling the kitty, or the dog is welcoming you home and you're being welcomed and so excited to see each other. Or whatever connection, just dipping your toe in to see if you can feel that between you and you. I love you. I'm loving you. I don't know how. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I don't know what it looks like. I'm not doing it necessarily right, but I do. I love you. And we'll sit here in silence for a few minutes, a few moments, just noticing if you're able to stay with the process. And sometimes it's natural to actually go someplace else. So just honoring whatever is there for you in terms of ability to attend, ability to connect with yourself and others. And as we sit in silence, just noticing your face and see if you can release eyes, jaw, mouth, tongue, face, and just breathe and rest and take a break. Gently we'll complete the meditation. I'll invite you to wiggle your toes on each foot and to begin to just put a little press on both hands. If you have your hands on your chest, just press, feel that pressure on your chest, and then maybe wiggling and moving your hands and making any motion to stretch and move your body that would feel good. Might be hands overhead. That often brings a yawn, but it might be standing up, it might be stomping, it might be taking a break from now for your next activity. Opening the shoulders, the neck, trunk. Might be sitting up a little bit straighter. It might be relaxing back and letting yourself rest and feel the support if you're sitting. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and we look forward to seeing you at the next monthly group. Please sign up on the providers tab or the events tab on the website. Thank you.